So, one of the research papers that Paul Bloom mentions early on in his book is a study done by Roy Baumeister, um, and it's called Some Key Differences Between a Happy Life and a Meaningful Life. And it's one of my favorite research papers in the field of psychology. And basically, he's delineating between happiness and meaning. Okay, there are four major differences between the two, and it's incredibly insightful and very pertinent to our topic today. So I just want to go over those differences. The first one that he mentions is that satisfying one's needs, for example, food, water, drink, sleep, satisfying one's needs and wants, it increased happiness but was largely irrelevant to meaningfulness. Okay, so this is really important. I want you to think about how you motivate your son or daughter. Okay, listen very carefully to the words you use. Are you focusing on happiness or are you focusing on meaning? Because happiness doesn't increase motivation, meaning does, right? So focusing on satisfying the student's needs and wants, his desires. I want a car. I want that new PC game. I want, a new smartphone. That will not increase meaning in their lives. It'll make them happy, and not for long, but it won't increase meaning, and it definitely won't motivate them. Okay, so you don't want to say, son, you need to get a good grade in English, because if you do that, we're gonna buy you that car you've been wanting. You have to focus on deeper things, like you need to have a good grade in English, because that's what's going to help you become a better writer. It's what's going to happen. It's what's going to raise your grade point average. That's what's going to help you get into the college that you want to get into. That's what's going to help you become a doctor, and that's what's going to help you later on help people. And that's the most meaningful, important thing in your life. Now, I hear some parents make a mistake here as well. They'll say, son, and you definitely want to become a doctor. Well, why, Dad? Because when you become a doctor, you have a prestigious job. It's going to make you a lot of money. You're going to be able to buy a nice car and live in a nice house and be comfortable. And that's where, we engage that side or that psychology of the student where they're thinking, oh, okay, so I want to do it because I want to be comfortable and happy. And then that's where the motivation doesn't happen, right? You have to link it to greater, stronger, more valuable things. Son, when you become a doctor, you're going to be able to help people in a really significant way. Let's do this. On the weekends, I want you to go to your uncle's hospital, see if you can tag along with him, watch what he's doing, see what's going on there, the pain and the happiness and the joy and the suffering and the meaning and the purpose, all the things that happen inside of a hospital. That's the kind of future that you want. Discussing those kinds of things, that's what's going to create the meaning in your child's life. The second difference between happiness and meaning is that happiness is largely present oriented, whereas meaning involves the past, present, and the future. Okay, so if watch the way your child thinks and talks, is it very present oriented? I'm not happy now. I'm tired now. I'm going to do this now. What are we going to do tonight? Or do they think about the future? Like, the semester's going to end in 3 months. What are we going to do during the summer? I'm so worried about college. And what happens after college? This type of thinking, that's what creates meaning. what's interesting is that Baumeister found that the more time people spent thinking about the past and the future, the less happy they were. The less happy, the less pleasant, and the more uncomfortable their lives were. However, there was more meaning in their lives. Okay, so one thing you have to be careful, watch out for is when you talk to your kids, is it very short-term oriented or is it very long-term oriented? Okay. Talking about the past is kind of a minefield, I think. When I talk to parents, I usually have them focus on the future, not so much on the present. Okay, yeah, you're getting a B in English now, but what can we do to get that into an A later? And, son, think about it. Think about 6 months, end of semester, it's the summertime, and you just got an A in English. How is that going to make you feel? Have your, model that type of behavior where you're thinking long term, you're thinking about the future, not right now. Okay.